Celestial echoes. The universe, in its breathtaking majesty, has always held secrets beyond mortal reckoning. In an age where speculative technologies had turned science fiction into everyday reality, humankind flung itself across the stars with hopes high and hearts trembling. On the edge of known space, two souls, Alex Monroe and Riley Dane, found themselves unwilling protagonists in a tale woven of dreams, danger, and destiny. Alex, a charmingly stubborn engineer with a mind capable of deciphering any cosmic algorithm, had spent years perfecting the intricacies of warp conduits and neural links that connected man to machine. Riley, a fearless navigator with an empathic sensitivity to the energies of distant worlds, harbored secrets in her past that gave her unerring instincts when faced with the unknown. Together, they piloted the Eventide, an ancient yet resilient starcraft rejuvenated with the latest quantum propulsion systems and powered by the sentient core known as Ether, a robot of extraordinary capabilities and personality. Ether's soothing, modulated voice often broke the silence of space with gentle observations that hinted at wisdom acquired over millennia. Their mission was simple on paper: to explore the abandoned colonies of the Beta Perseus cluster, retrieve advanced relics, and decipher the mysterious disappearance of entire civilizations. In practice, the assignment was a labyrinth of moral dilemmas, perilous encounters, and the exploration of technology too advanced to be understood by those who dared call it science. From the outset, Alex and Riley knew that their journey would test not only the boundaries of their craft but also the limits of their own hearts and minds. It all began in the cool, neon-lit corridors of the Interstellar Research Hub on Earth's lunar orbit. Alex watched holographic schematics float before him in the dim glow of a pulsating display screen, while Riley, leaning casually against a reinforced plasma console, recited coordinates for the distant colony of Vespera Prime. Their conversation was punctuated by Ether's serene commentary as the robot calibrated life support and navigation routines. "Riley, I still cannot believe we're heading out to the Beta Perseus cluster," Alex remarked, his voice mingling excitement with trepidation. "It's as if we are about to rediscover the lost language of the stars." Riley smiled in response. "Sometimes, the universe communicates in whispers. Our job is to decipher them one frequency at a time." The Eventide launched into the starry void, leaving behind artificial gravity and the known borders of human civilization. Within hours, the ship's advanced sensors detected anomalies, subtle fluctuations in quantum energy and slight distortions in the fabric of space. Ether's voice, calm and measured, interjected, "Captain Monroe, Lieutenant Dane, our sensors indicate a massive energy surge originating from coordinates that coincide with the former site of the Aurora colony on Vespera Prime. This might be the first sign of the relics we seek." As the Eventide neared Vespera Prime, a planet cloaked in shimmering azure mists and ringed by a halo of defunct satellites, the duo marveled at the sight before them. The once thriving colony, now eerily silent, was interlaced with ruins that resonated with an unearthly glow. Towering spires, hinted to have been crafted by a forgotten alien architect, pierced the heavens against the surreal backdrop of an emerald sky. It was a setting that inspired wonder and dread in equal measure. Alex initiated a scan of the planet's surface. "Ether, can you decode the energy signature emanating from those spires?" he queried, fingers dancing over a holographic interface. "Analyzing," replied Ether with gentle precision. "The readings suggest an advanced matrix of crystalline circuits embedded in the architecture, likely designed to harness or store cosmic energies." Before further analysis could be completed, a sudden jolt rocked the Eventide. An unexpected gravitational ripple, one that defied all human equations, shook the vessel. Riley gripped the console tightly. "Alex, that wasn't a mere space anomaly. Something out there is exerting its influence. We need to adjust our trajectory before we're drawn in." The ship's autopilot, guided by Ether's instantaneous calculations, initiated evasive maneuvers, but not before a cluster of luminescent drones, shimmering with an iridescent light, descended upon the vessel. The drones, clearly not of any human manufacture, circled the craft like metallic fireflies. Their design bore hallmarks of both mechanical genius and organic evolution, a blend of robotics and ancient alien technology. "I think we've caught the attention of the colony's remnants," mused Alex, his voice a mix of scientific curiosity and cautious alarm. "These drones might be guardians or remnants of the original colony's defense systems." Riley, eyes narrowed as she scanned the readings, added, "Or perhaps they're sentient beings. Their movements seem almost deliberate. Not random at all." A moment of silence stretched between them before Ether's measured tone resumed. "Diplomatic protocols are advised. I suggest initiating communication attempts at a low frequency." Alex tapped a series of commands. The Eventide's external array vibrated with modest pulses. Slowly, the drones regrouped in a formation that suggested curiosity rather than hostility. A shimmering hologram emerged from one of them, coalescing into the semblance of a being with iridescent eyes and translucent, shifting features. In a voice that echoed with the cadence of ancient wines, it addressed them. "Welcome, travelers from afar. I am Zephyr, guardian of Aurora. You have entered a sanctuary of what once was. Speak your intentions and heed the old bonds that bind this place." Alex exchanged a glance with Riley. "We come in peace," he said firmly. "We are seekers of knowledge of relics left behind by those who understood the language of the cosmos. We mean no harm to your sanctuary or to you, Zephyr." Zephyr's form pulsed with radiant colors. "Long have we waited, for the day the line between worlds would blur. Your arrival rekindles a hope long thought extinguished. But be warned, not all that lies in our domain wishes to welcome outsiders." Riley's voice softened as she spoke. "Perhaps we can restore what has been lost. Let us work together, Guardian. There is much we do not understand, and your wisdom could be the key to bridging our worlds." The alien Guardian's gaze fell upon both protagonists with what seemed an expression of empathy. "I sense the dual nature of your souls, the logic of man and the intuition of starborn wanderers. You are both the light and the shadow. Come, follow me, and I shall lead you to the heart of Aurora." Thus began a journey deep into the ruins of a civilization that had once reached for the infinite. Alex, Riley, and Ether, accompanied by Zephyr's ethereal presence, descended through labyrinthine corridors carved into the living rock of Vespera Prime. The air shimmered with residual energy, and the walls whispered faint echoes of past voices. As they moved deeper, the environment shifted. Bioluminescent flora had reclaimed parts of the ancient city, their pulsating hues merging with the ghostly remnants of technological marvels. In one vast atrium, a monumental structure of intertwined metal and crystal housed what appeared to be the central nexus of the colony's speculative technology. Here, energy flowed in currents reminiscent of electricity mixed with soulful luminescence. Alex studied the nexus intently. This network of crystalline circuits seems to be a repository of data, a living archive of technology and wisdom. It might be our key to understanding what happened here." Riley stepped closer, her fingers brushing against the cool, vibrating surface. "It pulses with a steady rhythm, as if it is alive. Perhaps it not only stores information but also communicates with the planet's natural energy, something that may have led to this colony's rebirth and its eventual decline." Zephyr's voice floated from behind them. "In ages past, the colonists merged with the land, seeking harmony with the cosmos. Their technology was not a tool for conquest, but a bridge between spirit and matter. Sadly, that union was disrupted by forces beyond their control." The weight of Zephyr's words settled upon them. While exploring further, they discovered hidden murals painted on ancient stone, depicting celestial battles, peaceful exchanges with beings of light, and mysterious symbols that hinted at a technology far beyond human comprehension. Alex and Riley became engrossed in deciphering these pictographs, cross-referencing them with Ether's vast databanks, a process that often led to long discussions and debates under the flickering glow of alien bioluminescence. "Look here," Alex said thoughtfully, pointing to a mural that detailed a cosmic bridge linking two worlds. "This might be a representation of the quantum portal, an interdimensional gateway that the colonists used to traverse between their planet and realms unknown." If we could replicate even a fraction of that design, we might unlock new gates of understanding. Riley leaned in, her eyes alight with both awe and determination. The idea of interdimensional travel is fascinating. We're bound by laws, yet here, everything seems to flow in a state that transcends our definitions of time and space. Perhaps it's not just technology, but a philosophy, a way of being that embraced the unity of all existence. Just then, a subtle tremor coursed through the floor. The nexus began to flare with an intense cerulean light, and cryptic inscriptions glowed along its interface. Alex and Riley exchanged alarmed glances while Ether's internal processors hummed with rapid analysis. "Something is activating an ancient protocol," murmured Ether. Its voice became a soothing cadence, attempting to calm the system. "Stand by for an interaction with the core intelligence of this station." Before they could react, the Nexus projected a swirling vortex of energy. A luminous figure materialized from the heart of the device, a spectral personification of the colony's founder, known only as Myra. Her translucent face bore both sorrow and hope, and her voice resonated as if spoken through countless eons. "I am Myra, the mind behind Aurora's legacy," she intoned softly. "For generations, we sought to harness the cosmic energies that bind all living things. Yet our ambitions sowed the seeds of our undoing. Now, in these challenging times, I call upon kindred spirits to mend the broken bond between mankind, technology, and the endless tapestry of the universe." Alex's heart raced. "Myra, we are both humbled and determined to learn from your wisdom. Our journey is one of discovery, and we wish to restore balance where imbalance has taken root." Riley stepped forward with quiet resolve. "We have already witnessed the pieces of your legacy through Zephyr and these remnants. Tell us, what must we do to awaken the equilibrium that once was?" Myra's spectral eyes shimmered with ancient light. "The equilibrium lies within understanding. You must retrieve the three catalysts: the Ember of Solace, imbued with the fire of stellar creation; the Aquilon Prism, a reservoir of galactic emotion; and the Verdant Seed, symbolizing the resurgent life of planets long forgotten. When united, these relics will synchronize the nexus with the cosmos and restore our connection with the very fabric of existence." As Myra's words echoed in the luminescent chamber, Alex and Riley absorbed the enormity of their quest. "How do we locate these catalysts?" Riley inquired. The apparition of Myra extended an ethereal hand. "They are hidden on worlds far beyond Vespera Prime, each under the guardianship of beings that have survived the cataclysm. You must seek out the celestial forge on Zareth, traverse the labyrinth of Evian's lost archives, and brave the overgrown jungles of Oriel. The journey will not be easy, and the path is fraught with peril, but the fate of many worlds depends on you." The nexus dimmed slowly, and with a final whisper of cosmic intent, Myra faded into the soft glow of the station's core. Silence reigned once again, leaving Alex, Riley, and Ether to piece together the fragments of an ancient destiny. The weight of their charge was immense. Success would mean weaving a new era of unity, while failure could seal the destiny of entire galaxies to the remnants of forgotten ambitions. For days, the trio labored to restore partial functionality to the ancient station, reactivating dormant databanks and synchronizing the relic's multifaceted systems. In quiet moments, Alex and Riley shared their personal stories with each other, a tapestry of hardships, triumphs, and quiet introspection that had led them to this moment among the stars. The dialogue between them grew increasingly intimate as they spoke about family lost to cosmic wars, mentors who had guided them, and dreams of a future where pulsars of creativity illuminated the darkness of space. "Alex, do you ever wonder if our fates were written in the very structure of the stars?" Riley asked one evening as they sat together on the observation deck, the swirling galaxies outside serving as an endless canvas of possibility. Alex's eyes softened. "I believe our destinies are as fluid as cosmic dust, forever intertwining in unpredictable ways. Meeting you, encountering Zephyr and Myra, it all feels as though the universe conspired to bring us here. Every moment, every decision, is an echo of a potential future." Riley nodded thoughtfully. "Then let us carve our own path, not as mere remnants of a bygone era, but as pioneers of a new age, one that unites the rational and the mystical. With their resolve fortified, the journey to retrieve the catalysts began in earnest. Their first destination was Zareth, a scorched planet orbiting a dying star, known as the realm of the Celestial Forge. The planet's surface was a tapestry of charred rock and molten streams, yet amid the devastation, bursts of ethereal light signaled the presence of the Ember of Solace. The atmosphere vibrated with the low hum of geothermal energy, while towering spires of basalt reached toward a sky hazed with perpetual twilight. Landing amidst the volcanic plains, Alex and Riley donned protective suits reinforced with quantum alloys and bioadaptive filters, a testament to humanity's speculative strides in technological innovation. Ether, integrated into their suits as an extension of their neural interfaces, provided constant updates and environmental analytics. The Ember should be somewhere near the core of that ancient volcanic vent, Alex said, scanning the horizon with a handheld spectrometer. Our instruments indicate intense thermal activity in that direction. Riley studied the shifting landscape. I sense a rhythm here, almost as if the planet is alive with energy. Let's move cautiously, the desert of fire is rarely forgiving. The duo advanced carefully, their boots crunching on the hardened volcanic ash. The ground trembled as magma surged beneath the surface. Along their path, they encountered small, mobile rock constructs, an amalgamation of reformed minerals and adaptive robotics. These constructs eyed Alex and Riley with a wary intelligence, but neither attacked. Instead, one of them, its voice a gravelly modulation, spoke out. "Travelers, your presence disturbs the ancient equilibrium. Why do you seek the Ember of Solace?" Alex stepped forward. "We seek to restore balance, to secure the ancient nexus connection to the cosmos. We mean no harm. We only wish to retrieve what is needed to mend our fractured worlds." The construct paused, its mechanical eyes flickering in unison. "Your words resonate with the cadence of truth. Proceed with caution, for the Ember tests both the resolve of your spirit and the clarity of your purpose." In a narrow canyon framed by towering basalt walls, they reached the entrance to a cavern that pulsed with a deep red glow. The heat was almost palpable, and the air shimmered with flames that danced in synchrony with the planet's heartbeat. Deep within the cavern lay the Ember of Solace, a crystalline mass of incandescent fire suspended over an ancient pedestal of obsidian. Its radiance was hypnotic, evoking memories of primordial creation. Riley's voice trembled slightly with awe and solemnity. "It's almost as if we are standing before the soul of a star. The energy here, it feels raw, unbridled, and yet deeply alive." Alex examined the pedestal's intricate glyphs. These markings tell of a trial, a purification of spirit and mind. To claim the Ember, one must prove worth, not by brute strength, but by an attunement with the cosmic order. After a tense moment, Riley extended her gloved hand and placed it over the glowing Ember. Instantly, a surge of warmth filled her, and a cascade of memories and emotions flooded her mind. Visions of fiery nebulae, star births, and cosmic rebirths intertwined with personal recollections of loss and hope. For a long, agonizing moment, time seemed to stand still as Riley's soul reached out to the very essence of creation. Finally, with the soft hum of acceptance, the Ember responded, a gentle pulse that synchronized with her heartbeat. The trial had been passed. Alex carefully extracted a small, crystalline shard from the Ember's core, a containment device engineered with speculative quantum technology, designed to hold the raw energy without extinguishing its vital wonder. "We have the first catalyst," he announced, relief mingled with determination in his tone. As they prepared to leave the volcanic plains of Zareth, the landscape seemed to acknowledge their success. The fiery winds calmed briefly, and the rock constructs offered silent benedictions in their mechanical mimicry of reverence. Back aboard the Eventide, Alex and Riley allowed themselves a moment of respite. Their journey had just begun, and yet already the weight of destiny pressed heavily upon their shoulders. With the Ember safely secured, their next destination lay within the ancient corridors of Evian's lost archives, a sprawling, derelict space station orbiting a dying binary star. Rumored to house the Aquilon prism, the station was a repository of emotions stored in intricate holographic libraries and autopsy chambers, where the feelings of entire civilizations had been encoded in strands of light and memory. The station's design was a marvel of speculative architecture, blending cold robotic precision with the tender artistry of the emotional soul. The approach to the station was fraught with challenges. The gravitational field was unstable, and stray electromagnetic pulses threatened to fry their navigation systems. Yet, governed by Alex's brilliant engineering and Riley's intuitive piloting, the Eventide wove its way through the gauntlet of cosmic debris and erratic energy storms. As they entered the orbit of the abandoned station, the silence of space was punctured only by the humming of dormant machinery and the distant echoes of what had once been a vibrant repository of human emotion. Inside the station, corridors lay in partial ruin, their walls adorned with murals of memory and lost stories. Flickering lights revealed battered data cores and half-functioning android sentries, vivid reminders of Evian's former glory. Alex ran his fingers over ancient control panels, marveling at the fine balance between technology and art, while Riley's eyes darted to holographic displays still playing loops of nostalgic imagery of families, lovers, and communities long vanished. "This place is like a mausoleum of hope," whispered Riley. "Each memory encoded here represents a life's dream, a moment of calm before the storm of oblivion." Alex nodded solemnly. "And if we can unlock the Aquilon prism, we might revive that hope, transforming despair into a guiding light for the future." The search for the prism led them deep into the station's central archive, a vast spherical chamber where light and shadow played upon crystalline memory banks. As they advanced, an unexpected presence made itself known, a stoic android named Callum, whose primary directive was to safeguard the precious emotional archives. His appearance, with silvered plating and soft blue optics, exuded both an air of authority and a hint of melancholy. "State your purpose," Callum intoned in a measured cadence as he blocked their path. "This repository of memories is not a plaything for wanderers. It belongs to those who lived and loved before the silence took hold." Alex stepped forward calmly. "We are here to restore balance. The Aquilon prism is vital to reuniting the fragmented components of a once unified cosmic energy." Callum studied them for what seemed like an eternity before his visage softened. "I perceive sincerity in your hearts. However, the prism is not won by words alone, it demands a truly heartfelt trial. You must prove that you can preserve these memories, cherishing them even as you seek new ones." Riley's response was measured and earnest. "Callum, we are not here to erase the past. We wish to honor it, to let it guide us forward while embracing the evolution that life demands. Allow us this trial, and you shall see our intentions are righteous." The android's eyes glowed softly as he yielded. "Very well. Follow me." Callum led them to a secluded alcove where a resplendent prism of soft, multi-hued light rotated slowly in midair, suspended above an altar etched with runes of memory and hope. "Touch the surface," Callum instructed. "Allow it to feel the weight of your experiences." Alex hesitated for a heartbeat before extending his hand. As his fingers met the cool, refractive surface of the Aquilon prism, visions cascaded through his mind, a montage of triumphs and tragedies of beings far across the galaxies. The prism shimmered, resonating with his inner turmoil and compassion, until it locked in its light, a sign that the trial had been passed. Riley then approached, and she too connected with the relic, her eyes reflecting the prism's brilliant interplay of colors as layers of memory intermingled with feelings of hope and renewal. Callum stepped aside, his voice imbued with a quiet respect. "You have done well. The Aquilon prism is now bound to your will. Remember, its light not only illuminates the path ahead but also reminds us of all we have endured." With two of the catalysts now in their possession, the final leg of their odyssey was focused on retrieving the verdant seed, a symbol of life's persistence hidden within the overgrown jungles of Oriel. Oriel, a planet draped in lush, emerald canopies and towering structures of biological complexity, stood in stark contrast to the harsh landscapes of Zareth and the melancholy corridors of Evian. Its biosphere was a living network, where plant and technology fused in harmonious symbiosis. Rumor had it that a mysterious species of silicon-based flora guarded the verdant seed, an organism believed to be the heart of Oriel's regenerative capabilities. Upon arrival, Alex and Riley were immediately struck by the vibrancy of the planet. The air was fragrant with life, the songs of unseen creatures created a symphonic backdrop to an ever-changing landscape. The Eventide, now modified with Oriel-compatible bioadaptive systems, landed softly in a clearing where colossal trees intertwined with metallic vines soared into the sky. Their journey took them deep into the jungle, where nature and technology appeared inseparable. Between towering trunks embedded with glowing circuit-like patterns and streams of liquid bioluminescence, they moved ever forward, guided by subtle hints of energy that ether could sense. "This planet is alive in a way that surpasses our understanding," Riley whispered as she surveyed the surroundings with a mix of wonder and caution. "I feel the pulse of every organism here, the heartbeat of an entire biosphere. It's as if Oriel itself is breathing." Alex replied, his tone reflective, "And perhaps that is exactly what the verdant seed represents, a physical embodiment of life's relentless drive, a balance between organic evolution and sentient technology. We must be respectful, for we tread on sacred ground." As they pressed deeper into the jungle, the duo encountered a community of indigenous beings, tall, graceful figures with luminous, leaf-like features who communicated in soft, choral tones. These alien guardians, known as the Sylvani, had long maintained the delicate equilibrium of Oriel. Their language was lyrical, an interplay of words and gestures that resonated deeply with the environment. One of the Sylvani, a leader named Lyra, greeted them with measured kindness. "Strangers from the stars, your arrival is both portent and promise. Why do you seek the verdant seed?" Riley responded with heartfelt sincerity, "We are on a quest to restore the ancient nexus, a source of cosmic balance that once healed the divisions between worlds. The verdant seed is the final piece, a symbol of renewal and unity." Lyra's delicate features lit with understanding. "Then you must prove that your hearts are attuned to the living spirit of Oriel. Join us in a ritual of unity. Open yourselves to the ancient voices that whisper through our forests and let the land judge your worthiness." The ritual took place beneath a colossal canopy of interwoven branches, where the Sylvani gathered in a harmonious circle. Alex and Riley, their senses heightened by the ethereal music of nature, were invited to place their hands upon an ancient stone slab carved with the faces of emerged deities and nature's guardians. In that sacred moment, a wave of subtle energy passed over them. Visions of cycles of growth, decay, and rebirth flooded their minds, intermingling with the collective memory of Oriel's living past. As the ritual reached its crescendo, the verdant seed, a small yet pulsating orb of green radiance intertwined with silvery filaments, emerged from the heart of the stone. It hung suspended in the air, a beacon of life's resilience. Alex carefully cradled the verdant seed. "This is it," he murmured, his voice trembling with reverence. "Three catalysts: the ember of solace, the aquilon prism, and now the verdant seed. Together, they hold the promise of reawakening the cosmic nexus and forging a bond that may restore balance to our fragmented universe." Riley's eyes shone with unshed tears and unspoken hope. "Everything we have endured, every challenge we faced, has led us to this moment. Not just for us, but for all who believe in the possibility of a universe united by understanding, compassion, and the shared wonder of existence." With the catalysts secured in a specially engineered containment matrix designed by Alex, a matrix that interwove quantum computation with organic neural networks, the Eventide resumed its voyage back to Vespera Prime. In the ensuing days, as the ship's systems synchronized with the ancient nexus and Zephyr's guidance, a transformation began to take shape. The relics, now imbued with the essence of stellar fire, encoded memories of lost civilizations, and the vibrant pulse of life, resonated in perfect harmony with the ancient technology of the colony. The nexus burst into life with radiant energy, stitching together fragmented histories and weaving a future where science and spirit coexisted as complementary forces. Alex and Riley stood side by side on the bridge of the Eventide as the rejuvenated nexus shone like a second sun, illuminating data streams, star maps, and the faces of friends from distant worlds transmitted through holograms that now told tales of reconciliation and unity. "We've done it," Alex said quietly, his voice awash with wonder and relief. "We've reconnected not only the legacy of Aurora but also the thread that binds us to the cosmos." Riley's smile was both weary and radiant. "Our journey has united knowledge, memory, and life itself. This is more than science, it is art, a blend of possibility and reality, where every star and every soul finds its rightful place in the infinite tapestry." In the aftermath, as word spread throughout the galaxy, colonies once shrouded in despair found new hope. Planets began to communicate once more in the language of technology and soul, forging alliances between humans, aliens, and sentient machines. Ether, ever the faithful companion, chronicled these changes with poetic precision, its voice interweaving technical reports with gentle narratives of cosmic unity. The universe, vast and enigmatic, had discovered a new chapter in its eternal symphony. Alex and Riley continued their wanderings among the stars, their bond cemented by trials overcome and visions shared. The legends of their journey grew into lore, inspiring countless explorers and dreamers alike to seek unity in diversity and to cherish the fusion of technology with spirit. Through the luminous corridors of time and space, the message spread: every ending is but the seed of a new beginning, every spark the precursor to a blazing future. Amid cosmic storms and silent voids, the twin beacons of hope embodied in the unyielding determination of two souls shone bright. Their quest was a reminder that even in the dark expanse of the universe, the light of compassion, curiosity, and courage never truly fades. As the eventide sailed into realms yet uncharted and mysteries still unsolved, Alex mused one starlit night: perhaps, in the end, it is not the relics we retrieve or the technologies we perfect that define us, but the connections we nurture between our hearts, our worlds, and the very essence of time itself. Riley, looking out into the infinite tapestry dotted with brilliant novas and silent nebulae, replied, "We are the echoes of those who came before, and the hope for those who will follow. As long as we dare to dream, the cosmic dance endures." In that timeless moment, surrounded by memories of both triumph and tribulation, their shared resolve resonated with the heartbeat of the universe, each star a testament to the inexhaustible potential of unity and imagination. The promise of a better future, sculpted by both science and fantasy, danced across the cosmos like a gentle refrain, inviting every sentient being to join in the grand celebration of life, love, and discovery. The journey of Alex, Riley, and their faithful companion Ether was far from over. Interstellar alliances, mysterious encounters, and endless horizons awaited them. Their odyssey, with its manifold challenges and bittersweet victories, had become a beacon for all who yearned to explore the unknown. And so, with hearts resolute and eyes fixed on the distant glow of the restored nexus, they pressed onward into the luminous depths of space, a voyage where every end was a new beginning, and every story a harmony in the grand celestial symphony. If you enjoyed the story, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and check the description to find out how you can support my work.